Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Lim Kopi podcast. My name is Kok Hao, and I'm the host for this podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Sequentia. It's been some time since the last episode, which was filmed around before Circuit Breaker Light Edition. We did it just before that. I think it was a day before it. We went to Eden's, which was the guest of the episode, which was at the town area. So, in case you're wondering why it's not at that place again, because, well, it's just gonna be me. So I thought it would be easier for me to just record it at my home. But today's episode will be a fun episode to talk about. It's not gonna be a heavy topic, but instead it will be something that I think a lot of people can relate to it in some way or another. But I think it will be quite fun to talk about, right? Anyway, just want to talk about briefly about the previous episode's impact and how it has been since then. In case you're wondering, I'm not really suffering from depression per se, but I'll just say that there are some episodes in my life that I think it has been challenging. So just a disclaimer, if you are listening or watching that episode, it's not really a cry for help for the both of us, for me and Eden. It's just a discussion topic for us to really just talk about anxiety, depression, and just mental wellness in general. So if you have any feedback that you want to pass to us, and by the way, the feedback for that episode has been rather overwhelming. I'm very thankful that to bring such an episode to light, and bring such a topic closer to you guys. And I know that it's something that it's very heavy. So if you have any feedback, or you have anything that you want to share, you can do it so anonymously through our Instagram page. You can just DM us your story, and if you really don't mind, we can share your story anonymously. And as well as if you would like to just suggest any new topics, we would love to hear it in our comment sections in the YouTube, and as well as in our Instagram page. In case you're wondering, our Instagram page has been revamped slightly, and you can see like some of the interesting things that's happening in the Lim Kopi podcast, which is from like some of the behind the scenes photos, a little bit of some extra content, like quotes from the show, and as well as some fun facts about our guests, and as well as just episode snippets in case you are too lazy to watch or listen through the entire episode of so far we have 13 episodes. This is our 14th episode. You can just listen to any of the episode snippets, and you can just get a daily Lim Kopi for you. Anyway, before I get down to today's episode, just want to introduce that in case if you're wondering, this is the Lim Kopi podcast. So I'm always inviting you to drink along with me. I don't mean alcohol, but I mean just drink like your favorite cup of drink along with the episode. For today, I'm having Yo's chrysanthemum tea. I don't really have a particular story, but I just enjoy drinking teas in general. So yeah, cheers to that, and I hope you enjoy today's episode. Let me just drink a bit first. Okay. In case you're wondering, this episode is gonna be released on the 28th of July, and if you know me very well, this is actually my birthday. So we're gonna talk a little bit about our birthdays in general, and as well as like my fondest memories with it, and how I view about it, and any like anything in general about birthdays. But just want to get down a little bit about birthdays in general. Like, why do people celebrate birthdays? I think if you ask me this question honestly, right, I think it's a great day as an excuse to do whatever you want. But I don't mean like commit a crime whatever you want, but as in like just do whatever you want, and people is not going to judge for you, because I think it's your day, it's a special day of yours. um I think the attitude behind birthdays for me has really shifted when I was from young to old. But I think we'll talk more about that. But in general, for me, it's that it's a milestone. I would say it's like an anniversary, and I do like to treat anniversaries with high importance, really. So, for example, if I celebrate the character Conan's experiment or Lim Kopi podcast. By the way, Lim Kopi podcast has is more than a year old already. By the way, it's unbelievable. But anyway, birthdays in general to me just sounds an exciting time to celebrate whatever you want or whatever you have achieved for the past year, or just in general, like you have been alive, lah. So that's why I think this is the significance behind birthdays. And I always look forward to birthdays. I think it's a great day to really have your friends together, be it old or new, to come down and to celebrate your birthday together. Of course, celebrating your birthdays during this COVID pandemic, it's not going to be the most easiest. And I'm very fortunate that the past year, my birthday felt just a little over phase two. So, like how in Singapore there's the circuit breaker, there's the phase one, there's a phase two, there's a phase three. If I recall correctly, phase one started at around June-ish, and then July was the phase two, if I recall correctly. So I was very thankful that I was able to go out and dine with my friends. And for last year's birthday, I was actually with my neighbor, and I was with Ijin. By the way, Ijin, hi, if in case you're wondering and listening. I was with a couple of friends as well. So I think with that itself, it's really celebrating the little joys of your life. So I think friends itself, it's a great excuse to celebrate birthdays as well. So I have some notes with me. The next question that I'll be talking about is, what are my fondest memories of celebrating birthdays when it's coming to young versus present. I have talked briefly about last year, but for this year, in case if you're wondering like how I'm celebrating it, is that it's quite funny because I wanted to celebrate it with some friends here and there. So I was actually nervously waiting for the announcement of the heightened alert of phase 2 to be lifted away, and you can dine in with like 5 people or 8 people or whatever the amount of people that you can dine with. I'm honestly okay with celebrating it alone, because I think that's my attitude towards it lately. Is like, I'll be honest, when it comes to birthday wise, I really don't mind celebrating alone these days, because I do want the personal time now. Something that I realized that I haven't been treating myself very well lately, and I think birthdays is a great way to love yourself, and I think that's a great way to do it. And I don't want to miss out an opportunity to do whatever I want and whenever I want. To be very honest, for this year's birthday, I actually wanted to do a staycation, and when I was looking through the prices on whichever booking websites there are, I was like, maybe it's better to do it on December, because since the discovery vouchers has been extended, so maybe I could do it at December instead. But hell no, because December the prices of staycations will definitely increase, and that's where you face a dilemma lah, whether you want to leave it all the way to December, or you want to leave it to July. And I thought that maybe living all the way to December might be a better choice, because I'm a big fan of just celebrating my year end without thinking about work or thinking about anything, just personal time, and more personal time. Yeah, so as I said, this year I wanted to do staycation, but I was like, since the discovery vouchers has been extended, so why not I just push it back all the way to December. Um, Other than that, for this year, I would say that I'm celebrating with a couple of friends, but I kind of tricked them, thinking that it's just a normal dinner. I'm just like busy, and I wanted it to be on my birthday, but I did not say that it was my birthday, so I kept quiet. I wanted to be a surprise for them and for myself because I thought that only true friends will kind of remember your birthdays. So I thought, just keeping quiet for it for now. But in the morning of my birthday, on my birthday itself, I will be having vaccination. So it's quite ironic because I kind of wanted it to book on that day itself, which is on my birthday. But I was thinking that, why not I make it something more special? But then I was being told by a lot of people that because the vaccination for the second jab, okay, I already done my first jab, by the way. So for the second jab itself, it will be much more painful or much more, you have more symptoms in general. So I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm hoping that things will go well. I took my first jab. I took the Moderna. Um, I took it around early July. As soon as they announced, as soon as the Singapore government announced that, hey, young adults can finally take their vaccines, and I received the SMS and I was like, just go for it. And I booked my second appointment on my birthday. I was thinking like, why not? Just have something to remember about. But I think friends around me were like, why do you do this? Like, why do you want to torture yourself on your birthday? And I was telling them this funny story that I had about a previous birthday that I had. Back when I was in NS, I actually had my immune injection. I would say on my birthday as well. So I just wanted to have something that to remember by. Um, to the friends around me, or at least I've told people, I'm extremely afraid of needles and injections in general. So whenever I go to take my vaccination for anything in general, I'll just say that, you know what, just distract me. Don't don't count down or whatever. Just distract me so I can get it done as soon as possible. Some nurses they prefer to keep it, count down. At least I can get my mind mentally prepared. I'm fine with it, honestly. Just that I'll look away usually, and I will not look at them injecting me. And I'm extremely afraid of needles. I think it's just the pain itself. They always say it's not painful, but I feel that it's somewhat painful. It's like a pinch, really, honestly. So in case you're wondering for vaccinations wise, for the COVID vaccination, it's not painful. It's just like being pinched at. So if you're afraid of needles, just go for it. If you're afraid of the symptoms, I would say that coming from myself, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm still alive. So if I'm alive, if your friends are alive, if your family and friends are alive, I mean, go for it lah. I mean, it's free anyway. It helps you to protect yourself from COVID. So I guess it helps anyway. I don't know why this is becoming like a COVID conversation now, but okay. Other fond memories is that when I was young, um, I used to have birthday parties. So my parents, especially my father, would help to organize my birthday back at my old place. So if you're a childhood friend of mine or you're a primary school friend of mine, you will definitely know this very well. So I probably might have invited you something, and we me and my father would usually plan it at my place, back at my old neighborhood, and it's a fun party. Honestly, I can't remember too much about it, but all I remember is that it was a great excuse for me to invite as many friends as possible. So I would invite my class friends, my very good friends here and there, and I'm still in contact with most, quite a few of my primary school friends. So if any of my primary school friends out there listening, so hi, uh, if you have visited in my back in my primary school days of my birthday parties, I'm glad you stuck around. You guys are the real MVPs here. I think I stopped celebrating my birthday parties after when I moved from my old place to my current place right now. So I have not really have a birthday celebration since then. There were a few unfortunate things that kind of deterred me from celebrating my birthdays, but during my teenager years, I would say that usually birthdays is just for me to just get by with another day. Maybe I do have occasional surprises here and there. Like for example, I do have like my couple of my childhood friends who came by to my place, like this place that I'm talking about right now. They came by, celebrated with me, and my mom will cook up a little bit of a feast for us to enjoy. And these people are actually my childhood friends. So I'm very thankful that they are still by my side, and they enjoyed it with me and they celebrated with me. They gave me a surprise. Other than that, I did not have a significant 18th birthday. I can't remember exactly. For my 21st birthday, now, this is a big section itself because I wanted it to be as grand as I wanted to be. So I'm just saying this. I'm not sure that if you have kind of watched that two particular videos in my YouTube channel. Um, One of it was the dedication video, another one was my birthday montage. So I'm just gonna talk briefly about those two videos. The birthday montage was actually edited by a friend of mine, Samuel. Hi, Samuel, if you're wondering. Hi there. um, I wanted like a video itself to remember by for my birthday. Fun fact about that birthday party was that I wanted to do a live stream. It sounds really ambitious, but I would say that for 1 hour before cutting the cake itself, I wanted to do a simple live stream so people who couldn't make it to the birthday party could actually watch from the comfort of their own homes. And I'll do it like maybe Facebook or YouTube live stream. I will just be walking through. Basically, I'll be the host of that live stream. I'll be walking around introducing my friends, and we'll probably play a bit of party games here and there. And then the live stream will also take place for the cake cutting as well. So that was for the original idea, but unfortunately I think a lot of the guests were quite uncomfortable with that idea of doing a live stream. I remember talking about this idea to Stanley one fine day. I think it was a few months before the birthday celebration. Like I was telling him, hey, why not I could do something like a simple live stream for my birthday party. And he was saying that, why not just do it, because it's so unheard of, but yet it's so unique and it will be something that you can really remember by. But unfortunately, like I said, I think a lot of the guests weren't very comfortable about it, and we had to do something like a simple birthday video instead. And to be honest, right, I did not really ask to anybody to do a simple video dedication, simple video montage for me at my birthday party. So I think Samuel really took it out on his own stride and helped to do it. And I'm very thankful that he created such a really great video for me to remember by, with all my guests and all the people that has really came down all the way to National Service Resort Country Club. And I'm very thankful for you guys to come down for my birthday party. So the other video that was on in question was the the dedication montage. And the dedication montage itself was something that I really requested for. Back then when I was still with my ex-girlfriend, I was telling her that, oh, I really wanted to cry on my birthday party because I want a birthday gift that it's something so personal. I don't want like a okay. I'll touch a bit on about ideal birthday gifts later on, but I wanted something that it's so personal. And one of the most personal gifts that I received was that dedication montage. So I went to message everybody on my guest list or not. I said that, hey, regardless you're invited or not, I want you to help me film yourself, and then you just say a simple dedication to me. So just say out your well wishes to me, and I have created a Google Drive account just for that dedication montage, and people who have filmed themselves could upload their clips inside there, and I have a dedicated video editor that is helping me to edit this. I even picked out the soundtrack I wanted already, so it was very specific to what I want. I gave him a reference video, and he edited accordingly to that video itself, and he did a very good job, by the way. So in case you're wondering who edited that video, Jaman, thank you so much for editing that video. I know it's very long overdue. I don't think I have met up with you for a very long time, but I'm very thankful that you created such a good video. And even up to this days, like almost every year I do come back to that and I do watch it, and I still have a little bit of tears coming out because it's so emotional. It's like it's quite genuine. I mean, some of them make me laugh here and there, but I think that's the whole idea behind it. So I'm very thankful that that video existed. So for that dedication video itself, right, at first I think a lot of people were quite uncomfortable with that idea, and to be honest, I kind of understood. But I think what my ex-girlfriend did was really admirable. So what she did is that she went down to my phone, she copied and pasted all the contacts, like literally all my contacts, and she contacted people who mattered to me, and then asked them like, hey, can you meet up with me to record a video for Kok Hao's dedication montage. And I think somebody came up to me asking like, hey, why is your girlfriend messaging me or something? And like some people actually did ask me like, hey, is this really your girlfriend's number? I'm like, am I supposed to know this information? So I mean, the element of surprise was still there because at the end of the day, I did not see the contents of the video. I did not know who exactly did the video or recorded the video. It's only when I was, after cutting the cake, I watched the video. That's where I actually saw the whole video itself first time in my life. And yeah, so the element of surprise was still there. But even though people messaging me about, hey, your girlfriend is doing this, do you know about this or something, or like, is this your girlfriend's number or something? I'm like, yeah, it is, but just go ahead with it. Yeah, so I kind of like, I told them I knew about it, so it's not that I don't know. It's just, go ahead. Yeah. For my 21st birthday celebration, I wanted it to be grand, like I mentioned. And I did it at NSRCC, so National Service Resort Country Club. It's all the way to around East Coast Park area, and that whole area itself is quite secluded, and it's a challenge for people to come down to there. So I'm very thankful that people who came down make an effort to come down, because when I was planning for that whole birthday, right, I had to pick a couple of trips to that place to do some site surveying, doing some research about the place, just to understand the location well. It's not the most convenient place to go there. So I appreciate the effort from everybody. Um, that location itself, it was like a chalet. So I'm very thankful to have a very good location for my birthday party. And I wanted to have my first staycation. And I had my staycation with my ex-girlfriend and Chansing as well, by the way. So Chansing, if you're listening to this, hi. Thanks for sticking by and helping me for the whole birthday celebration. And actually, without my ex-girlfriend and Chansing, I think Pangyan helped a lot as well. Without this three main people, honestly, right, this birthday party wouldn't have existed. Um, so I think Chansing and my ex-girlfriend came by on the very first day. They helped out with decorations and all that. And it was the most difficult thing that I've ever done, which was I had to plan from everything. So I kind of view my birthday celebration as a little bit about producing in a way. So from the start to the very end, I had to plan everything. I requested to plan everything because I want to control almost everything I could. So down to from the decorations, the cakes, the food, the chalet, like the attendees and everything. I literally control everything, the entertainment as well. So I make sure that everything was perfect. But I think even at the end of the day, things will still go wrong. So I'm gonna spill some tea here. Um, on the birthday party itself, we actually ordered quite a bit of food. I would say it's not a lot of food. It was enough. It was adequate enough for the guests to enjoy. But one funny thing about the birthday was that we ordered satay sauce, but we did not order satay. So it was like, as a person who is wanting to make sure that everything is perfect, I was like, since when did I not order satays? And I looked through the order list. I was like, oh shit, I really did not order satays. So I think Pang Hian was the one that helped me. I think he went down to the resort service counter and got like a few satays here and there. So he kind of saved the whole birthday party itself. I think on that day itself, I was actually the most busiest person ever. I think my ex-girlfriend even told me to just chill, like don't do anything, just relax, let everybody do their own thing and blah blah blah. But I remembered that I was so caught up with everything that I really forgotten to really relax. I was running up and down, making sure things were going right, making sure that people enjoyed themselves. I did not really like sit down properly to enjoy with my friends or with my best friends or whoever who came down. And I kind of regretted in some sense. That's why, like, if people ask me, like, do I really enjoy my birthday party? With the friends and with the friends and the people who mattered who came down, to be honest, that was really worth it. To bring the old and the new together in one place and connecting people. I actually kind of um I got to know that some of the people actually got connected based on my birthday party, and that was really, really cool. And I'm very thankful for all this to happen. But because of all the trouble that I had to go through for this birthday party and the amount of money that I had to spend for this, I'll be very honest with you, I kind of regretted spending this amount of money. I would rather use this amount of money, go for a nice vacation somewhere in a nice hotel, or I would rather use that amount of money to go for overseas trip. But I think all is well because the following year I actually went to Vietnam lah, so not so bad. But at the end of the day, I think it was really tiring for me. It was so tiring to the point that after when I cut the cake, after I drank a little bit, after I interacted with some of the guests here and there, I went up to the big room, right? I had a literal burnout. Like I was sitting down on my bed. I was stoning for a good few minutes, or I don't know for how long exactly. My ex-girlfriend actually went to took a video of me doing just spacing out, and I think that's a great testament on how tired I was. I don't remember sleeping very well the previous night, um, but even on that birthday night itself, I don't think I slept well. I even had a nap a bit after my birthday. So I took like a 2-3 hours rest. Then I came down. I realized that some of the people were still drinking downstairs. And I think one or two people got drunk. So it was quite interesting to see how things were playing out. I shall not reveal names of who got drunk, but it was quite interesting. So I did not bring too much hard liquor to the birthday party because I myself don't really drink liquor. I don't really drink alcohol a lot. I just drink like cider and I call it a day. So I don't really drink a lot. And to have somebody getting drunk on my birthday is like, okay, interesting experience. So yeah, I mean that was my 21st birthday celebration. Once again, despite me having some sort of regrets for my 21st birthday party, I'm very thankful that things went somewhat well. And people, the things they have done, the photos that came out, they're really nice. And thank you so much, Bang Him, for helping me out with the photos, and as well as Samuel for doing up the video montage. I'm very thankful for that. Thank you so much for my ex-girlfriend, and as well as Jumban for doing the video for my dedication montage. And whoever who has helped out in my birthday celebration in any way and coming down and giving their well wishes to me, I'm very thankful for all of this. Without you guys, this birthday celebration would not have been possible. Even though I would love to take advantage with all the facilities here and there, I couldn't because I was so busy with planning everything. I was running up and down. I was going from places to places. I did not really sit down and enjoy everything lah. So I think that's one regret that I have. Okay, when it come to birthday gifts, I did receive a very good amount of birthday gifts over the years. And I think that's a good debate on like what makes a very good birthday gift. Um, I always tell people that whenever you get birthday gifts for me, I don't need the most expensive item. I need the most personal item. Things that I would find it hard to throw away. So I'm not saying that I would throw away your birthday gift, just saying that practical things like notebooks, marks, like shirts and all that, like things like this, honestly, right, I would rather get it on my own, or like food or whatever. Like I can get it on my own. I don't need anybody to buy it for me, unless it's really something that I really love a lot. So I have nothing against it. Like I said, any birthday gift that is given to me, I'll be very appreciative of it. But of course, there are some gifts that I don't personally enjoy the most, and some of them I do enjoy the most. So I'm not gonna say what the worst gifts I received, but I'll tell you the best gifts I received. Usually they are in the form of DIYs. So if these things are in like comes in the form of like a postcard or like a card itself or a letter or whatever, usually these are the things that I will appreciate way more than usual. And I think that I would want it more lah, because honestly when it comes down to the bottom of your heart, things that is very genuine and it's really real, these are the things that I really want for my birthday. So hint hint. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're a friend of mine, you know what to give me. I don't need the most expensive item. I just need the most personal item. And of course, if writing notes and letters is difficult for you, or crafting items is difficult for you, you can just get something that I love a lot. So just ask me, I'm fine with it. I don't expect anything too expensive from you. You can always ask me what I want first. At least I don't buy the item, then like I can get it from you instead. So at least like that I would appreciate that way more lah. If you are treating me to an experience, I would love it even more. I think that's much more memorable. So for example, like if you are treating me to a dinner, if you are treating me to a location, or you're treating me to a movie or whatever, that kind of stuff, like I really appreciate this way more than a physical gift. So not saying that receiving letters or whatever that's not important, just that if you really can't give me all of this, I wouldn't mind going to an experience. So why not, I would say. Okay. I think that I have one last question that I'm gonna pose to not just myself but also to the viewers. Has the magic of celebrating birthdays be gone as you grew up older? Like I mentioned from the very beginning of the podcast, I feel that the magic itself is kind of losing a lot, especially as you grow older. Maybe it's because of friends, or maybe because it's time that is catching up, or maybe because you just lose the energy to really to celebrate your birthday. But how I view it is that when I want to celebrate my birthday these days, I want to celebrate it with people who really matter to me the most. So I don't want to celebrate it with any Tom, Dick, and Harry, but I want to celebrate with people that really that I care for, and the person cares for me as so much more as well. So I think that birthdays also does lose a little bit of the magic as well, because as a kid you are very innocent, you are very happy, and you don't know what's really going on around the world. So I think birthdays is just an excuse to just do whatever the hell you want, and your parents will just be like, meh. Will just like cover up for you and just celebrate it with you as well. And you are treated, you are treated as a king or a queen for that day. And I think I really felt it that way when I was a kid. I was like, guys, it's like 2 days more to my birthday, and I will make sure that everybody around me knows on that. But these days is like, as I grew up older, as I have my own priorities, as I have my own work, and I have my own commitments, I find birthdays is just another way for me to just bring my friends together, or just have my own personal time lah. So for example, like for my own birthday, this year, I forgot to mention this. I actually had some work to do, believe it or not, and I have to rush for all of this to be done. And I was telling my producers for that project itself that, hey, let's get it done by the end of 28th of July, because I don't want to do work on that day. Please, I want to have a birthday dinner with my friends. Please give me the peace. So I'm just like, I just want an excuse to have my own personal time. And I think birthdays is a great reminder to love yourself, really. So if your birthday is coming up, don't think of it as, oh, my death is coming soon. No, don't think of it like that. Think of it as an excuse for you to celebrate something that it means a lot to you as a birth, and celebrate like who has brought you into your life, and as well as who has mattered to you throughout the X amount of years in your life. So for example, like I've been through my primary school, secondary school, like my poly, my national service, my working life and all that. So all these people throughout the different phases of my life, I want to celebrate all of this, and I want to bring these people and celebrate my birthday with them. I think this is the perfect time for me to bring people together and to celebrate who I am as a person today. And it's really the past that really shapes you as who you are today. And this is why I think birthdays are still worth celebrating even up to this day. Okay, I'm posing this question to you as a viewer, or viewer or listener. So has the magic of birthdays has been gone since then, when you become much more older? If not, or if yes, why? So let me know your thoughts, and if there's any, I will definitely introduce them in the next episode or the subsequent episodes in the future. So thank you so much for tuning to this episode of the Lim Kopi podcast. I'm very thankful that you're still here, and I'm looking forward to many more episodes in the future. So we've come to the end of this episode of the Lim Kopi podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Lim Kopi podcast. In the next episode, we should have a guest that's coming up to the show, and I'm looking forward to this episode because we are gonna talk about traveling. And if you have any thoughts and suggestions about the podcast itself, example like any topic suggestions or things that we can improve on the show, do feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. If you're watching this from YouTube, if you're listening to Spotify, fret not. You can always leave your comments in the YouTube, or you can go to our Instagram page and leave it as a comment down in our post, as well as our DM. Feel free to DM us. We're not gonna bite you, so feel free to just talk to us and say hi, and we would love to hear your suggestions and your feedback. So my name is Stalk Kok Hao, and I will see you guys in our next episode of the Lim Kopi podcast. Bye guys.